Are you ready to hear God, understand your God-given purpose, and ignite that purpose to bring about positive change in the world? Hey there, guys. Today I want to touch on the idea of embracing the struggle in our journey with God. You know, life is just filled with ups and downs, and sometimes it feels like we're in a wrestling match. And that's okay. In fact, it might be just where we're supposed to be to find our purpose in God. There's a story in the Bible about Jacob that jumped off the page at me a few weeks ago. This guy had pretty much messed up his past. He had lots of deception, and he was actually called the deceiver. But one night, he found himself wrestling with God, literally. Now, I'm not saying we need to go out and wrestle someone in the middle of the night, but there is a lesson here. Jacob's struggle wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. It was about his identity. God asked Jacob, "What's your name?" This sounds like a pretty simple question, right? But Jacob had spent his life living a lie. He had to own up to who he really was. And that's something we all need to do. It's not about pretending to have it all together like so many Christians do. It's about admitting our brokenness, our flaws, our weaknesses. It's actually about confronting our true identity in Christ. But here's the beautiful part. After that wrestling match, God renamed Jacob Israel. It was a symbol of transformation. Jacob faced his fears, reconciled with his past, and stepped into God's grand calling for his life. So my takeaway was to encourage you guys to be willing to wrestle with God, to face your struggles head on. It's about confronting our true selves and surrendering our weaknesses to God. It might be scary, it might be uncomfortable, but it's often through the struggle that we find direction, purpose, and fulfillment. So, I encourage you to reflect on your own struggles. Think about where you might be living under a false identity. Be real with yourself and be real with God. Don't be afraid to step into His calling for your life, even if it means getting out of your comfort zone. Embrace the wrestle. You never know what amazing transformation might be waiting for you just around the corner. Thanks for listening, and keep processing and pressing forward in your journey to live, love, and lead like Jesus. God bless your week.